Hello, welcome back to Top 3 and 3 here on Mental Medicine. All right, every Friday, got Top 3 and 3. This is episode number 13. Got good old Sock here as always, joining me.
Yes, sir.
Breaking it down for us, our top 3 stories and our sleeper story as usual, and our stat of the week and our predictions. So that's our lineup here today. We're going to go ahead and start it off with topic 1 here. All right?
Let's get it going.
And as always, before we dive into, spread love. Let's make this world a better place. You know, that's always our message here. No matter what segment we're doing, no matter what it's a podcast, whatever it is, we're just trying to have fun and make this world a better place and trying to spread love and spread kindness into this world. And hopefully, we're influencing others and want to do that as well. ELE, everybody love everybody. That's all we say. Topic 1, diving into college football quarterfinals. Going over that new era energy. All right, college football just did the thing it always does this time of year. It reminded everybody that rankings don't mean a thing once the game starts. Because Indiana didn't just beat Alabama, they deleted them. 38-3 in the Rose Bowl. That's one of those scores you read twice, like, what? Wait? What? And that's why it was such a statement win. It wasn't a fluke. It was a bounce here or there. It was a full-on 4-quarter takeover. Then you flip over to the Sugar Bowl, you got a total opposite vibe. Ole Miss and Georgia just trading haymakers, 39-34, and the end got straight up chaotic with the late scoring sequence and the way it closed out. So, obviously, a lot going on there. There's other games going on, obviously. So the matchups are going to end up being, like I told Zaki, is going to be Miami versus Ole Miss and Indiana versus Oregon.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're going to go and start the timer here, but obviously, we're just going to do a little recap and obviously talk about what the games that just happened and also what's coming up here this week as well. So, let's go ahead and start the timer here on topic 1.
Yeah.
Starting now. You want to start off or you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll start it off a little bit. I'll say this. Alabama did keep it close for a quarter. They kept it, you said that while we were watching it. They kept it close for a quarter. Said it was a 4-quarter takeover. But it was 3-0 going into the...
Before you go on, I forgot to read this too. So you got one game that was demolition, one that was thriller, and now you see what the setup is. Semis are locked. Miami versus Ole Miss, Indiana versus Oregon. That's not the same old names that we're used to seeing every year, and that's why this bracket feels like a new era.
Yeah.
Which is very true.
That is very true. Yeah. Yeah, but Indiana absolutely trashed them.
Yeah, that's quite a beating in a playoff game. 38-3. That reminds me, and I'll be straight up, Alabama's on the opposite side of this finally because Notre Dame, I told you, it was a Tyler Eifert show.
Yeah.
In 2012, sadly, your Ravens beat me in 2012 as well. It was a bad year for me in 2012. Both my teams made it, both lost. Not a rough ratio. But anyway, we're going forward. We got completely stomped by Alabama because we didn't believe we should have been there. I mean, we had few players on that team that were even on their level. You know what I mean? And we just it showed. I mean, we got completely annihilated. And that's was not saying it was nice to see that on anybody, but Alabama finally got what we felt when they beat us. So that's kind of what happened there.
Yeah,
to my opinion.
It's finally Alabama's turn to get beat on.
100%. Don't get me wrong. One game's a game. Things can change. They play 10 times. Alabama might have won one. Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But for sure, Indiana, regardless, put it to them.
Yeah.
They put it to them. Shout out Indiana, man.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord. Talk about, by the way, they've never had a 10-win season until Cignetti's been there. Yes. They've been one of the worst college football teams. They're like 1%. It's like 4.4 something.
That's impressive.
Rough. So he's really turned that place around. So credit to him for getting on to where they're at and the standard that they're at right now. Even last year they were great. So I mean, incredible job, man. Whether or not you think of what he is, he talks very loud. He's very outspoken. I'll say that. And passionate. He's very passionate. So I mean, some people don't like his antics, but I love the guy. I mean, man, he's a beast. I mean, you can't really hate on that when he's performing like that at a school. It's not normally performing like that. You know what I mean?
The Ole Miss Georgia game, that was a great game. Great
total
game.
Opposite.
Yeah, complete opposite. Just back and forth the whole time.
Yeah. No, that's what you want to see. I mean, that's what the playoffs should be. I mean, that's what all the games should be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you expect from a playoff game.
That's what we look for.
Yeah.
So that was a good game. And shout out to Ole Miss. I want to bring this up before we get out of that conversation. Is talking about obviously the Lane Kiffin stuff, how he left and took the LSU job, and they got a new coach coming there. So shout out to them for making it to the top 4 with
they're impressive.
Very different, not good news headlines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So to
different circumstances.
To avoid the noise and still perform like that.
Yeah.
Credit to them, man.
Yeah.
Credit to them and the coach stepping in to do that, the intern.
Yeah,
for sure. yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Obviously, might get into our predictions possibly with this. Maybe. We'll see. Spoiler. But anyway, yeah, so we'll see. Obviously, we're going to cover that. It's coming out. The games are going to be Thursday and Friday. So one's going to be out before this comes. This will be out. And then the other one will be as this drops, basically. So obviously, we'll talk about that next week. But anyway, diving into topic 2, my man. All right? Topic 2, NFL Week 18. Stakes Week. I'm sorry, Sock. And I'm sorry to myself as well. Final playoff bracket. All right. Week 18 is different because it's not about highlights. It's about survival. This week, there was a season either turns into a playoff run or you're clearly out of your locker. And we just watched it happen. We did. And we did just now. Steelers beat the Ravens 26-24. Dramatic finish. And locks Pittsburgh as the AFC North champs in the 4 seed. Seattle already handled business earlier, 13-3 over the Niners, and they locked up the NFC's number 1 seed. And the Panthers ended up winning the NFC South off of Week 18 chaos and tiebreakers. So you've got division titles, seeding, home field, and all decided in one weekend. The bracket read: AFC, number 1 seed Broncos have the bye. Number 2 Patriots host the number 7 Chargers. The number 3 Jaguars host the number 6 Bills. And the number 4 Steelers host the number 5 Texans. And the NFC, the number 1 Seahawks have the bye. The number 2 Bears host the 7 Packers. The number 3 Eagles host the number 6 and 49ers. And the number 4 Panthers host the number 5 Rams. This weekend is where the playoffs basically started early. And now we're officially in it. All right, so this is topic 2, and we're going to go ahead and start the timer. My man, starting now. So I'll let you go. I know you're sadly over there. Looks like you're really hurting.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you grab your? I think.
I think I'm good.
You don't need your prop.
I think I'm good.
You always complain about not having enough props.
I know. Don't worry, I've got a prop.
All right.
Anyway, I mean, what can you say, really? What did I say right when Boswell missed the kick?
He did. Well, first of all, yeah, we were watching that live, and I will say, immediately, I just told Saga, I said, you just got lucky as hell that Boswell even missed it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't even believe you missed it, number 1.
Which it was lucky.
That was impressive. I was just, okay. I was like, wow, you got a shot now. And, and then he immediately said, Loop worries me. And I knew he didn't like him anyway. He always talks crap on him. I was like, okay. And to be fair, he hit the one. He was 1 for 1 with a 40-yarder. I did see that. And on top of it, he did also have a flag on the kickoff where he messed up too. So don't know what you want to do with that. But so I knew there were some issues. So I knew you were concerned. And sadly, he had a 44-yarder he lined up for, and it sailed a little right. So yeah.
I mean, what can you say? Likely made a great catch on that 4th down.
Mm-hmm. No, hell of a catch. Yeah. That was, shout out Lamar making that play and throwing that ball where it wasn't perfect, but likely made the play on it. And, that was, they did what they should have done, and they got him in position. But
hopefully Harbaugh still gets fired.
Yeah. I mean, that was oof. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I will say that game is like you say. The funniest part you said, you're like, whoever wins this is going to lose next game. Doesn't matter anyway. I was like, that might be true. I was like, we'll see. Never know what the Texans got. You never know. They might be able to pull it out. Who knows? But I will say, from my standpoint, I was upset. Not even. I told you, I knew we already beat Seattle, and they were probably going to beat us. That's just how our division works. Like, same with yours, kind of. We just usually don't sweep, but so I kind of figured we would lose that one, and I was just praying to God we would win it because we needed the bye. Man, we needed rest. Chris McCaffrey. We're just banged up. We needed a week, and I thought that would have really been helpful. So it does suck. We got to play again immediately. So I think that's going to snook us more than anything.
Yeah.
Seeding aside, like to me, the 1 seed was more just having the bye. Careless being on 1 seed. Obviously, the 1 seed have to have the buys. I mean, obviously you want both, but I just was more.
The bye was more what you were worried about.
We could have been the 8 seed if we had the bye. I would have been happy. You know what I mean? If that's how it works, but the seedings. Number 1, I want to say Broncos. Impressive that they're the 1 seed.
They're a very weird team, aren't they?
Are the Broncos and Patriots? Though.
They're both very weird teams, aren't they?
They are. But you got to give them credit where it's due. Yeah. And that was that's out there. And also Seattle. Give them credit.
Yeah. Seattle's a great team.
And shout out to Bears coming out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, true.
There's some, really...
Packers sneaking in.
Panthers sneaking in somehow.
Panthers, yeah.
We got
coming in, what are they, 8-9?
And the Jags are the 3 seed. I got to bring that up as well.
Yeah.
I mean...
But Panthers in at 8-9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jags. Duval. You got to give him credit, man. Everybody's giving him shit, and he actually put together a decent team this year. Number 3 seed his first year. I mean, in Jacksonville. They ain't seen that since Blake Bortles, so, I mean, credit to him, dude.
Yeah. Shout out Blake Bortles.
Hey, before we move on, I wanted to put a little bonus piece in here. The 49ers, their jerseys were fire. I'm not even trying to be biased. So the Rivalries uniform here. Quick bonus before we jump to NBA, obviously. The 49ers debuted the Nike Rivalries uniform look. All black, super clean. It was one of those, okay, that's tough uniforms. Even if you don't care about jerseys, weekend team, when teams bring out special looks, and that one stood out. So obviously, we sent that there so you can fly that up what they look like. But those are pretty cool. We don't really do much of that. We don't.
Yeah.
Ours are pretty plain Jane, so it was kind of cool to see. That was kind of different for us. I was hyped about that.
As soon as it popped up, I was like, "Oh, those jerseys are nice."
No, I was hyped about that. Yeah, they were pretty tough. It was cool to see. We finally got a nice one for the first time in a while, thankfully. Yeah. But all right, moving into topic 3, Sock. NBA. All right, got a 50 piece and a few other heat checks here. All right. Yep. One that you're very excited about, I know at the end we're going to really get into here. That Saki was like, oh man, that's what a great fucking story that is. Anyway, NBA story of the week: Jaylen Brown put on one of those "don't even guard me" performances. He drops 50 on the Clippers and Boston hangs 146. That's not a normal win. That's a message game. They're like, we're good over here. Don't worry about us. And that's what made it crazy. It wasn't just about the hot start. It's about wave after wave. Every time the Clippers tried to breathe, Boston hit them again. Then you've got Tyrese Maxey going to Madison Square Garden and putting up 36. That's a real silent the building kind of night. And Steph does Steph things, 31 in a comeback win where you blink and suddenly the Warriors are up because he hits 3 shots in 45 seconds. All right, 3 different guys, 3 different styles, same outcome. Everybody in the arena knew who's the boss was. All right. Let's go ahead and start the timer on our NBA topic 3, my man.
All right.
Starting now, my brother.
I will say you were shitting on me for that Steph story, and that is because it was read to me differently than that.
That's fair, and it was. I interpreted it.
I was under the impression he had 3 threes in the last 45 seconds to take the lead.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
That would have been a lot more impressive.
100%.
But that's not how it went down. Yeah. But anyway, still a great game by him. Steph's always going to do stuff like that. Warriors 100%. Are always going to be consistent.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to try. They're going
to try.
They have their moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not as pieced together as they used to be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But
how about the 50 piece from Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, I was about to move on to that. Yeah, yes. Jaylen Brown was killing it.
Yes.
At one point, what was it? 25-22. Derek White.
Yes,
had
we looked at
it. Points.
Derek White had 25 at one point. Jaylen Brown 22, and he just got hot, like you said. We were watching. I've seen a few. Leonard was cooking to that game a little bit, but I will say, we were watching that game, and literally, it was just like a few spurts of like just. Brown. And he was just cooking,
all Jaylen Brown.
He had a few sequences there that were just he was putting up about 8 points consistently. In 3 minutes.
He was killing it.
I mean, he was
honestly
he was really going off. Yeah, credit to him with
Tatum
especially to the coach too, and just the Celtics in general, man, because. With the Tatum being out and them being able to they're still, I believe it's like 22-12 or something.
Yeah,
right
I mean
they had a rough start, but
yeah.
they've really turned it together and they got it a little figured out now. So credit to them for figuring out with not too much because the Pacers, love the Pacers, but man, they've just fallen apart since Halliburton's been out. They just haven't even. Siakam's still there, but to be fair, Miles Turner got traded. And they've had a blow up team a little bit, but they just haven't even. It's rough to see them where they're at now. It's crazy how good Halliburton's really. Big to them, you know what I mean? They really took a huge. I thought they were
really struggling.
Because they're a deep team. That's why I thought they'd be a little better than they are without Halliburton. But hey,
it's a key piece.
He's just a beast, man.
Yeah.
But
you want to talk about your Sixers?
Yeah, so obviously Maxey, I want to talk about. Oh shoot, man, Maxey's awesome. But shout out VJ Exco, man. I love him. He's a rookie. He's been playing great. But Maxey's solid.
Would you say he was shooting from 3? 39?
Yeah, it was like 38, I believe. It was like 38 something or whatever it is. It might have been 37 something. I rounded it maybe, but yeah. I mean, as a rookie, regardless, like I told, anywhere close to 40, like high 30s, is great for a rookie shooting like that. Especially when you're not a certified shooter. Like he came in as he's a rim getter. Like he's a bucket getter. Like he goes to the rack. He takes it in. Like. He can shoot. I mean, he can do a lot, but he's a versatile player. But that's not his elite game. He didn't come in as like a 3-point specialist. You know what I'm saying? So if he's shooting that's what you want. You know what I mean? So that's great as a rookie. So if he can keep that consistency up, man, credit to him. He's a great player to watch. He's fun to watch, man. He's electric.
Yeah.
But
what's your thoughts on Embiid?
Brutal.
Yeah. He looks pretty lazy out there.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, man. It truly is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we can get some better pieces, man.
Yeah.
I hope we can figure some stuff out.
I think it's time for him to go.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. I think at this point we need something new, and he needs new scenery or something. Dude.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But all right, so that was a good three stories here. Good three stories here. Let's go into the bonus piece. Winter Classic callback. We actually brought this up to our listeners that listen. Would know about this. We brought this up about the arena getting built in Miami initially, talking about how it was going to be brought into a half winter wonderland and half beach.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, so Nia can fly this up. They have obviously we sent her the highlights of this actual game. But a quick callback, because we talked about it earlier, the Winter Classic setup and the whole stadium vibe was already a story. And then it turned into an even bigger moment this week. So our sleeper story is the Winter Classic Heart Plus History. Sleeper story is the Winter Classic, and it's not just hockey, it's the bigger picture. The Panthers had this whole Panthers on the Prowl fundraiser going, artist-designed Panther statues raising money for cancer research in one of those community moves that don't get enough shine. And then on the ice, you get history. So I'm sorry if I butcher your name, my man. Micah Zibanejad hits first Winter Classic hat trick ever in a 5-1 Rangers win. So the event had the heart and it had the headline. Mm-hmm. So obviously that's pretty cool. Obviously the fundraiser aspect is awesome. That's tough that they did that. That's a cool aspect of it. I didn't know that part initially, but so that's awesome that they did that for cancer research. But 100% that needs to be the first headline. But also shout out Rangers. We watched it and it looked cool, but like dude, there was so much empty space. Like they had just so much like white, like tarp, like and
it didn't feel like a regular hockey match. You know what I mean? Like they weren't right up against the glass.
You could tell what they were trying to do. Like the vibe was there, but it was just it didn't look right. Like you said, there was so much open area and everything. I don't know. It was kind of odd, but. It's new, though. So everything's odd. It's new. Yeah. So, I mean, that's how people probably feel about our show. Our shit's a little different, so everybody probably feels that way about our shit. But it is what it is. But, anything new that's different, I would say, like, you're always viewed as crazy till you're a genius. Same thing. It's the same concept. But so it might be something that catches on. Who knows? Because, like you said, I think about, like, people might get into that staging stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, think about those arenas for the football arenas. Like, people were sending it around, like the Ravens built up, like what they did, like the actual Ravens stuff. Like maybe it might get more aesthetic like that. Maybe that's what their kind of approach was, like make like a more aesthetic venue to like.
I mean, maybe I
don't know. You know what I mean? Though, like it maybe make it more into that realm than just worried about seating. But who knows? But all right, so obviously shout out the Rangers in that win. Obviously, and that's a cool thing. We'll see what I'm curious to see if they do that every year in Miami going forward. If they change it up every year, or what they do, or different scenery. Curious to see if that's the same thing going forward or not. Yeah, that's cool. But
it was the first time in Florida, so I guess
you know what I mean. So I'm curious to see if that sticks or not. Yeah, but we'll see. Anyway, big one. Stat of the week here. All right, this is a big one here. All right, Myles Garrett, 23 sacks. All right, Myles Garrett, 23rd sack, sets a new single season NFL sack record. Mm-hmm. That's one of the most people argue about for the decades. Yeah, and so that's what's crazy about that one. That's what I got. I didn't have it on here, but I know it's. How long do you remember? Did it say since it's been?
I think 11. Or wait, no,
it was a while.
It was a straight hand.
It was more than that.
20.
It was long. It was
like 20, probably like 23.
I sadly didn't have that pulled, but we'll figure that out. But wild, still wild. Yeah, great. Shout out him, man. That's great, man. Sorry that the team was 4-12 or whatever they were 4-3, but way to go, Myles Garrett, dude. What a beast.
Yeah, that was great season, honestly.
Yeah, for him, yes. Yeah, individually, 100%.
I'm going to throw this in. I got one extra stat of the week for you.
Oh, what we got?
Cam Little.
The New Orleans. Oh, it's
Jaguars kicker.
Orleans. Yeah, Jaguars kicker. I'm sorry.
Yes. He already holds the record for the NFL's longest kick at 68 yards, and he made a 67-yarder today.
Wow.
And he is now number 1 and number 2 on the list.
What a legend. Yeah. Wow. Had to solidify himself. Yeah. Now he's going to get 69. I love it. And 70. Love the guy. Keep going, Cam Little. They tell you Little, he's a big guy. Bigfoot. Bigfoot out here. All right. Way to go. Good extra guy on there. I like that. I like that, Sock. Good job. All right. Prediction, Sock.
Yep.
We had a double last week. All right. Steelers obviously beat the Ravens. I had that one. Seahawks beat the Niners. You had that one.
Yep.
So we are now 8-5 as far as I'm concerned. I believe so. If we're wrong, Nia, check us, but I believe it's 8-5.
Yeah.
And obviously, we did have a spoiler here, but we are going to pick the Indiana-Oregon game. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to my homeland heritage versus the Duck.
Yep.
So this is a big one, Sock. You're up because we tied because you picked last time. So nobody won technically, so it's still on you to pick. So you have to pick who you were picking. And you're going for what you're going for, so I know who you're picking. All right, show the camera. Are you going to Duck? Oh, you're picking Indiana. Oh,
taking Indiana.
You surprised me. I like that. That was good. That was good TV there. All right. All right, the Duck. Quack for me, man. One more time. We're 1-1. I'm 1-1 with the Duck. Maybe I can get ahead on the Duck because I'm behind right now. Maybe the Duck I can actually get ahead on and maybe spiral this winning streak. Yeah. So, all right, don't choke my Duck, Sock. All right. God, he always can't show Zen every time he does that. But anyway, all right. We'll see what happens. It could be 8-6. Could be 9-5. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. All right, man. See, we're tuning into that one. That'll be Friday. Like I said, when this is coming out, that'll be live. So you can tune into that after you watch this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then after this comes out, make sure the next night will be Mystery Box. Will be our second one. Sock will actually be absent for this one.
Yes, I will.
So he's actually going on a paid leave here. So he is actually going to the Bermuda Triangle, and we just gave him a sailboat, and we didn't give him. Oh, sorry, not a sailboat. We gave him a John boat, no paddles, and we just said, we figure it out. So he said that's apparently his meditation. So we're
building paddles out of bamboo.
Yes. So we're going to keep along with his journey. We're going to give him a camera. And he's going to live stream. So we're going to keep you updated. But anyway, he will not be here. It'll be me and Mom. We'll be holding it down. So we got some really cool stuff in store. We already promoted it, but got a vintage coin collection, vintage estate sale, and then we got some other Pokemon mystery pack. So we'll see what we got. Yeah. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Nia can fly up the image for that as well, so everybody can stay tuned to that and check out the playlist for that. And we'll see you next Friday for top 3 and 3. Obviously, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for on live for the mystery box. So other than that, Saki, thank you as always, my brother.
You already know.
And as always, spread love. Let's try to make this world a better place. EOLE, everybody love everybody, and hopefully we're doing our part and influencing others want to do that as well. And as always, like and subscribe if you can. And I appreciate anybody that does. And check out the website, www.mental-medicine.com. And there's merch on there. And you can go ahead and check that out. And hopefully you purchase some merch for us. That helps us out. So we super appreciate anybody that does. And other than that, have a great night, great morning, great... I can't even say right now. We're not going to bring into that. We're not going to get into that. But go to Westside soon when they're back open. And that's all that matters. And support your local businesses. And as always, we will see you guys next Friday. And this is Top 3 and 3, episode number 13, signing off.